Good evening. Yet another Tuesday is upon us. This is the Power Hour. I'm Steve, along with the urban sensation, the icon C Red, and the roller derby icon legend that is Rachel, aka Cactus Rack, aka Russian Blue. And our special guest tonight, I told you all week, here comes the money, cash money, Cory McHenry. What's up, CM? I didn't hear you. I heard you the entire pre-show, and I didn't hear you there.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Pleasure to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you here. For those of you that haven't seen Cash Money, Cory McHenry wrestle, you can change all that this Sunday as IPW is back at Richton Park. Let's start there, because when Rion joins us, and at some point Rion will join us, he doesn't like to talk about anything involving himself. So let's just go right to this scramble. Do you think you can beat Rion Skills for a title? What do you got?
Yeah. Nope.
Short, simple. All right, well, talk about this match. Talk about this whole match.
It's me, Rion, Ray Thunder, together.
Hey, Cory, you sound like you're underwater.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Yes.
man, like a fucking $1 million.
Perfect.
Okay.
So what were you saying that we couldn't hear about can you win this title from man, aka the information liaison?
The information liaison. I mean, it's a scramble, so the odds are definitely in my favor versus his favor,
That's fair. He doesn't have to be pinned. Someone's got to win, no.
Well, he has no choice but to work hard. I'm just gonna work smart. I know, hey, Rion gonna get what he paying for. That's all I'm gonna
say. I love that answer. Cash Money is going to pay the rent. All right. So let's talk about the others in this scramble match. For those of you that don't know, C Money is involved in a scramble match against Rion Skills and others. Let's go through the opponents one by one.
What is this for a belt?
Yes.
What is the belt?
It's the Rocket Pros Inter-County Championship. I'm saying it right?
Okay. Yes, Inter-County. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The cool thing is Rocket Pro is letting IPW defend its titles that happen to be in IPW when Rocket Pro is on hiatus, the Inter-County being one. Turtle is still the Rocket Pro Chicagoland champion. Red, is that title up for grabs?
Yes, it is.
So there you go. And although I don't think I'm at liberty to put up my belt. I would if I could.
I'll take it off of you.
Hey, you want to fight? You want it?
No, yeah, hard. I'll fight you.
Let us do a Extreme Rules match.
I got money on Rachel.
This belt's this belt's Gary. It would look much better on Rachel, that's for sure. She would beat my ass and then some. Cory, have you ever seen roller derby? I'm just curious.
I have not.
You got to come out.
Yeah, you promised you were coming to a bout a couple months ago, and you and Dixon both ghosted me.
I never got the event info.
Okay. All right. When we come back in September, if I don't have my other surgery, I'll send you the info. But back to Cory and back to the scramble.
Back to the scramble. So let's go to the scramble. You got some competition. Take us through each of your opponents and what you think.
Who we got? Okay, let's start with Jay Thunder. A lot of size. A lot of size there.
Jay Thunder and I go way back. He's a tough dude.
I've seen him work. I'm a fan of the work, but been watching tape. I know what I got to
do. I can't wait to see this match. This is going to be great.
I know what I got to do.
All right, so you got to take care of Rion Skills, who's the crafty veteran. You got to take care of Big Jay Thunder, who is a mountain of a man and has all the power in the world. So those are two formidable opponents in any match.
Muggsy James. I got Muggsy.
Oh, dude. You sure you're up for this? That's some stiff competition. Muggsy James is a family? What?
I owe Muggsy one. That's all I'm gonna say about I owe Muggsy one.
Muggsy is one tough bastard. There's no
He
doubt
is.
about it. Yeah, he's also developed quite a fondness by the fans at IPW. So even though he's a kind of a nasty human, he's become kind of a fan favorite there in Richmond Park.
That's Richmond Park. That's all I'm gonna say. You know.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so we got Rion, the crafty veteran. We've got Muggsy, who's as tough as they come. We got Big J. Who else?
Jay Thunder.
We got him.
You got Peter Be Beautiful.
I'm not familiar. This is my first time seeing this fella. Tell me a little bit about him. How do you plan for this guy?
You know, I haven't seen any of his work. You know, he's a bit of a wild card.
Red, what do you know about Peter B. Beautiful?
Yeah, it's not much I know about.
Not a damn thing.
See, this is a wild card, but again,
If Rion was here, we'd at least have a picture of him up right now.
That's right. Well, Rion's.
Well,
Rion,
I mean, I'm looking at a picture, and I mean, you know, it ain't much of a picture, so.
All right. So who else is in the scramble match, or is that it?
and me.
And you. Okay.
Me.
So, listen, I've never been in a scramble match. The closest I ever got to something like this was being in a rumble, and Red made me look ridiculous. How do you prepare?
How'd I make you look ridiculous?
You poke me in the eye. You tricked me several times.
Well, oh well.
You see red in me is what you did. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. How do you prepare for a match like this? I mean, it's coming at you from all directions. It's fast and furious, and it's a whole whirlpool of talent that offers different problems.
I got it. Well, I don't want to give out too much information, you know, but I got a game plan. You know, you play the people's strength, you play the people's weaknesses.
But how do you do it all at once?
See, that's where the magic happens. And I can't give you that information, you know. Rachel, I really want to tell you, but yeah, you know, it's a reason why Rion's paying me to do what I do. It's a reason why.
Well, I will be there Sunday, so I guess I'll see
you know,
for myself.
I mean, I really, you know, I can hang with the best. You know, he's a crafty veteran. You know, I'm a hungry. You know, I wouldn't say rookie anymore. You know, but you know, he got a hunger that Rion don't got. Jay Thunder, he got his size. I got speed. Muggsy, you know, pretty balanced with each other. You know, I think I'm a step quicker than Muggsy though.
That's probably true. Muggsy's got a lot of grit, but as fast as he can be, you are certainly a little bit faster.
You know, you know, the West Side do that to you, make you a little bit more grit, a little harder than most people. You know.
West Side. Well, Red's shaking his head.
Come on, Ray, what you got to say?
It's the West Side.
Exactly. Hey, do you already know?
You're Red's South Side, or are you?
I'm South Side, but trust me, I got family on the West Side. Trust me.
You know,
it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, Ray know what type of time I'm on. You know.
Yeah, I do. I mean, you know, I would say when this match was announced officially, outside of the current champion, I would have to pick you. You first impressed me at Black Wrestlers Matter.
Are you going right to the roses?
Whatever, Steve.
Are you going right to the roses? This is a breach of etiquette, but I love it.
Dude, for you to last as long as you did with some of the best talent in the states, in this country, and to watch you hold your own, have your crew come in, say, fuck your crew. It was about you. I loved it. I was a fan. You had me hooked that night.
I
I
think I
wanted-
got there a bit late. Were you in the battle royal in the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call
I
a
must have
timeout.
missed you.
Need a timeout here.
Why do you
Yeah.
need time out?
What is this crew? I don't know the crew. I know Corey. I know Cash Money. Who's
Yeah,
who's in
the
Cash
Black
Money's crew?
Billionaires Club.
What's up with
Black
that?
Tell them who your crew is,
Oh,
Corey.
me,
So
we got Triple D. We got D Sway. You got me, of course. You got me, of course. And you got my Jungle Man. Come on, you know, you got Jungle Julian, BBC.
Oh, Jungle Julian. That's a crazy that you want to talk about wild card?
That's our wild ace in the
Man.
hole every time.
I saw Jungle at Wrestle League. That was some chaos, is what that was. So that's your crew. You got a crew.
Jungle Julian threw Dunkaroos at me.
I know. I watched it happen. I'm like, that's crazy. I thought you were gonna kill Jungle Julian. I thought
I would
That's
too.
the crew. Oh, and I can't forget the big man from Louisiana, Tyler LeBeau. You know.
yeah, and when you turned on him, that kind of just that made me. Yeah, I like this dude. Yeah, I like this dude because I honestly was trying to figure out like, okay, y'all got the size and y'all got the speed to win this whole thing, but if it came down to both of y'all, how was this gonna play out? Okay. But I saw you gave 0 fucks. It was about you that night. You was trying to win it. And I wasn't mad at that.
Okay, it's the reason why is because before that match, I suffered a brain injury, and I had just got cleared to compete. So that was my comeback match off of being off for 8 months.
Oh wow. Well,
I'm really glad that you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Red, but I'm really glad that you came back from that because I've been through that and that's rough, and it's good to see you still out here doing what you do
and looking good doing it.
Man, getting paid to look good to do
it. That's fair. Rion Skills has joined us. There's the graphic that we were asking for earlier. That's your scramble match. And looky who's right in the middle. Usually the champ's in the middle. What's going on here? Cash Money just taking over the vibe in that photo.
Hey, you get what you pay for. Main attraction.
Rion has unmuted himself, so I imagine he has something to say. Rion, hello.
Nope, I don't.
Rion, we were just talking about this match.
What's going on, Rion?
Your title is on the line, and Cash Money said he's got a plan. They pay me for a reason. What do you say to that?
Well, Steve, clearly you didn't see Rion as he entered and joined us. I think what he said was most fitting. It's Rion. He gave sign language. If you didn't see
I saw it. I saw it.
So see,
I don't
Cash Money, you don't understand.
No, I'm clearly not.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
See that?
You know what? I'm about to hang up. I was trying to help. But I feel
Rion,
like
don't leave.
no. I'd already quit the show at the beginning of the year. Nobody gives a fuck about that, so it's okay. It's totally fine.
Why you flipping me off? I didn't do anything.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. It is totally fine. What would you like me to say, Steve?
I thought you were telling me I was number one. I totally misread that sign. It's a big match. You're taking a title that you just recently won into IPW. It's great that Rocket Pro is being very co-promotional about things, and it's a hell of a scramble match. I mean, these are great combatants. I don't know much about one of them, but I know the rest of them very well. Just wondering your thoughts on such a very interesting match. Cash Money's here. He's part of it. You're fighting him.
Okay. I'll do it this way. Apparently, I should be happy that I'm defending the championship while being informational liaison at IPW.
Gonna do
Are
this.
we really going to make this about you right now, Steve?
No, I'm not making it about me. I'm just putting it up here.
I know, but I'm just making sure that we are on the same page with this.
Oh, we
Are
are on
you
the same page.
actively-
I have been
Are you-
told that I haven't been toting this enough that I need to tote it more. So I'm just gonna hang here like this. Chill like a villain. No, you don't mind me.
I'm just making sure that I'm on the same page with you. So
you are
want
on the
me to
same
say-
page. I got nothing for you. I'm a peon on the wall. Go. You do what you do.
Well, I was doing what I normally would do, and that's do the photos.
It's
But
awesome.
I just okay. I'm trying. This is a shoot. I'm trying to not get pissed. I don't get pissed often.
I didn't do it. What?
I am trying to not get pissed. It is fine. So I am going to handle this in the best way possible. So as far as this match with this four corner scrambles match, this is not so much a scenario from Rocket Pro Wrestling, which they have been very gracious as far as allowing me to defend the championship. But they also know that I do a lot of things for IPW as well. They know that. I'm not sure if this was done through Rocket Pro or Damien Saint. That's just something that I'm just going to put out there. But what I do know is that I have to get through the summer because I'm pretty sure they're not going to allow someone the stature or the non-stature of a Cory McHenry win the championship. And I can only say this because the only cash money that I know is T.O. money and Milo Cash from Windy City. If we're going to go this route, and I know this is a deep cut because not everybody knows who these people are, but I can take the time to go through these photos that I personally have and show Mr. McHenry every championship that I have won over the years. I understand that he's money. I understand that he's up and coming. However, because Steve has got me in a nice predicament right now, I can say that the same way that I handled the Rocket Pro match, I'm going to handle this the same way. I do not need to win the match. I just need to end the fight. That's it. Now, if you want me to continue, I will, but I'm not sure if we're here to talk about me, Steve, because I know Mr. McHenry wants to get out there and explain himself and everything else. But I'm telling you, we can go down this road if you want, but if there's ever a day that you wanted to get Hillary on, it's today. And I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if you're ready for that dude right now because I'm feeling it right now. Isn't that what everybody likes to? I feel it, Steve. I feel it right now. How you wanna handle it, Steve? Because I mean, you know what? I'll do it this way. Instead of looking at just Steve, I will look at Mr. McHenry because now I have him on the screen because it was just you. I was looking at Steve because I'm pointing at you, like you can see that I'm pointing at you, but it doesn't matter. Mr. McHenry, instead of hearing how great or non-great or whatever that I am, how great are you as far as this match? Considering that everyone else that's in the match has more time than you, what are you going to bring into this match?
I'm hungry.
Sir, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat dinner in like 15 minutes. That doesn't mean anything to me right now. You better come up with something way more creative than being
the people in this match don't want it as bad as I do. That's the first thing you lose when you're a champion is that want, that need, that hunger. You get relaxed, you get comfortable.
Hence me laying in the bed right now. See, that's what I would have said to myself. It's because of me being in the. I'm throwing you bones because that's I'm helping you. I'm helping you out.
I mean, you'll see. Get in there with me, Rion. That's all I need to say.
I am in like a couple days. Like I understand that. I'm going to, not by choice, mind you, not by choice.
Hey, not by choice.
This is something that was brought to me, and they more or less the powers that be went over my head and presented this match. Same thing happened with Turtle. While it's a great opportunity for everyone else, you've been there long enough to see what I do at IPW. I'm sorry, but I don't necessarily want to have this match right now while doing things. I may have to appoint someone to be information liaison. I may have to.
I'll do it.
I'm sorry. Last time I checked,
will
you have a match against Russell Alltime.
Yeah, but
I get that your main event Steve and all. I get it. But maybe you need to pump the brakes up, because you know what, the same thing as far as main event Steve, like all the symbols go into. You know what? I'll do it this way. Main event Steve is the same thing as being able to call you Mr. Mess himself, because all of that falls into place. MES, mess. I can continuously go on with this, Steve. And the sad part is, it won't catch on because no one listens to shit that I say on this show. So it's totally fine. What's the worst thing that can happen? Mr. Mess comes up and be, oh, you want to call timeout? You want to call timeout, right? You asked me, Steve. You wanted to talk to me, Steve. I don't understand why
I feel like I'm watching my parents fight right now.
Rion, I disagree. I totally hear what you're saying. Again, let me bring it down so maybe Steve can grasp the concept. Steve, again, I need you. I understand that a few weeks ago you were busy. You were focused on winning that nice little title that's on your side. I understand that. I was there. Understand, certain people at Rocket Pro were not happy. Things did not go the way they wanted them to go. Certain titles did not go the way they wanted to go. Now, how do you rectify said situation? Well, if you know that, guess what? Two people from another company will be somewhere, say May 28th, regardless of what they do in said company. Hey, let me talk to the big dogs over there and make them do what I want done. Understand, Rocket Pro won't be back to what? September?
Yeah.
That's a very long time, right?
It's a few months.
So I get that Corey is in this match, but understand, as far as Mr. Skills just told you what he feels and what he's going to do. While you didn't see it, I saw it. Live and in person, closest seat in the house. It's not
I don't
problems
think you
that
got
you
nearly
want.
as close as I did.
Well, for that match, yeah. You don't want these problems tonight. You don't.
You're right. I don't want these problems, so we'll move on.
So let Rion.
Oh, no. We gonna talk about this match because we have this man in front of us right now. And all he said that I heard right now is that I don't want the smoke. I am the fire, sir. I am totally fine with being that dude if it comes down to it. Mr. McHenry, I don't even know how old you are, but I understand that I will put a couple years on you just to make sure that you understand where my head is with certain things. You can sit there and smile as much as you want. You can smile as shiny as your chains. And the way that I look at it is that all I have to do is wait until someone makes a mistake. Because there's no pinfalls. I just have to touch the corners and continue on. It's going to be a completely, there's no winning this match. It's a survival aspect. And I've done it already. This is totally up. This goes with me. This works with me. You have been constantly trying to win matches, and I appreciate you for that. This ain't that type of match. I understand that you're hungry. I will gladly give you a fish sandwich and call it a day. I am totally fine with that. 100%. Man, you got to say something. I'm giving you all these zingers, and
I'm just letting you get it.
You don't want to say nothing. You got
I'm just
nothing.
letting you get
You
it
don't want to
out.
call me old or fat or anything. of
You're
the sort.
hungry, and Rian is the
No,
chef.
I'm just letting the old man get it out. I'm just letting him, let him hide it around. I'm just letting him breathe. Letting
Dude,
him
everybody
he's
knows
just doing
that
a lot
I'm
of
old.
talking. I mean,
I don't do
like
talking.
I said, 28th, I'm pulling up. I'm ready. You fish sandwiches, that's nice. Eat them. Bon appetit. I'm Rion. You ain't got nothing I ain't seen before.
What, a black dude with a title?
You ain't got nothing beyond that I ain't seen before. You ain't even the biggest dude in the match.
You right. That's Jay Thunder.
Exactly. The odds are in my favor. It's 4 against 1. Like you said, just wait for somebody to make a mistake.
I'm not sure with this new math. I'm not sure how 4 against 1, you say?
Mm-hmm.
And the odds are in your favor? Okay. All right.
I think Corey is in the Common Core generation. This might be new math.
Yeah. You'll see.
Okay. All right. Steve, did you get what you needed out of that, Steve?
Boy, did I get what I needed, and we'll expound upon that shortly. Rion, thank you. As always, your whiz-like insight is much appreciated.
Wonderful. I'm going to find pictures now.
Okay, so Rion basically said his piece, and he was offering you things to reply to, you did not reply to him.
I mean, I could take take the little zingers here and there. It's been done. Again, do I look like somebody who just takes cheap zingers? Again,
I listened to Rion, and obviously, Rion doesn't think I listen to him, but I do. And he was giving you the opportunity to respond, and in true Cash Money style, you don't kowtow to anyone. You do things on your time and your way, irregardless. That's what I saw.
Yes, exactly.
I feel it.
That's
Cash
why
Money.
the
I got that.
smile, the relaxed, it's a vibe. I do what I do.
You do what you do, and that you do it just about better than anybody. Let's talk about, wrestling. We always ask the question because I'm always so interested. I know how I found it. I've heard C Red talk at length about how he found it. Even Rion, when not heel Rion, has talked about how he finds it. Even Rachel has talked about how she came to be a fan and now working in this business, as a manager, a valet, whatever you'll call it, and hopefully eventually a in-ring performer, which I believe she will. How did you find your way to wrestling? What made you come here and say, hey, I have to do this?
So my story's a little different than everybody else's. So apparently when I was a baby, anytime I wasn't with my mom when I cried, the only way to soothe me was to put on wrestling. And like the moment the TV comes on, I see it, they told me I just locked on TV. And as I got older, it's the same thing. Like it never changed. I just like wrestling for me, like it was every day. Like again, anytime my mom wasn't around, I had all the VHSs, pay-per-view, something. So it was just like a thing. Like it started off just to calm a baby. and I just never lost that love for it. It became like that calming thing for me for my entire life. 30 years later, still, you know.
It's still your thing. It's your safe spot, your safe haven, your happy place.
Exactly.
All right. So there is that moment when you see something. Now it's great to be pacified by it, to be watching it, but there's that moment that every wrestler has where they see something and they say, you know what, I'm going to do that. And then they go get trained and then they try to make a life and a career out of it. What was your moment that you said, man, this is for me, I have to do it?
When I was a kid, it was one of the WrestleMania. I think it was WrestleMania 11 when Shawn Michaels had on the white gear, and when he won that belt, and you know the kid, that was like in that moment I realized that like I want that to be me one day. I want to be that person. They say, you know, he lived, you know, this is a childhood dream come true, and it was like just everything about the celebration, the, you know, like it was just that in that moment I knew I wanted that. Like I need that.
All right. So you watch WrestleMania 11.
Hey, Steve,
12.
Yeah.
Steve, real quick. You don't want to talk about this Cash Money Baby thing I put on there? That's goddamn genius. I don't even know why you didn't even acknowledge that. That's fine. It's off the screen. I'm
He
taking it
only
off the
got,
screen
but he
now.
only got,
That's
he only got
goddamn
one.
genius. That's
He got
goddamn
one.
genius.
I got 4.
I'm leaving. I'm taking it off now. I'm finding something else. I'll
He
show
got
you all.
1. I got 4.
Listen, I angered heel Rion. I was trying to shift gears so I didn't have to. I didn't have to face my fears. Is what happened there. So I was
Okay.
trying to be respectful. Because
And then the second part to your question, how
Yeah.
did I get into it? I was working hospice and I wanted to get away. I got left at, and I was just a point in my life where I was just like I needed to appreciate life more. And I was watching wrestling, and then it popped in my head like pro wrestling. Like, and then I literally Googled wrestling schools, and then like 15 minutes later, I was out the door, and here we are 5 years later.
So you've been in the business 5 years. All right. So Rion's got a picture of Ricky Steamboat holding an alligator. I'd like to know how that is relevant to what we're talking about.
Because it gives me time.
Actually, it's Ricky Steamboat versus Jake the
It's Jake the
Snake.
Snake.
And if you look, it's the snake versus a kimono dragon.
Ah,
That is money. That.
so that's how you tie it. Because that's a money photo. Okay, I get you. See, I wasn't. Yeah, that's it's on me. That's on me. It's on me. So you Google the wrestling schools and you go to get trained. Who trained you?
Louis the Wrench, Shogun, Quinn Whittick, Shane Foster. Yeah.
Wrestle League boy, huh?
Yep.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Let me just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was back
Get
then
your
when it
cheap
was
pop, Steve. Get your
That's my
cheap pop.
Yeah. I get to work in Wrestle League too. I get to be a Wrestle League guy.
Yeah. So that's where it all started from. Well, it was JPW then.
It was I've heard Louis tell that story many times.
Yeah.
You wanna hear something funny?
I do.
If Hazel's epilepsy hadn't turned out the way it did, I would have been at JPW 5 years ago. My teammate reached out to Lewis about me going there for free for a little bit because of everything that was going on with Hazel. And then her seizures got worse. And the wrestler I was dating at the time, who shall remain nameless, told me that I shouldn't go there. And I think in hindsight, he was just being a dick. So
that happens.
Yeah.
What, dicks in wrestling? Come on. That doesn't happen, right? There are no dicks in wrestling.
Yeah, I was all set to start going, and then Hazel's seizures got worse. So I could have started right there with you.
That's amazing. The things you find out about people when you're talking. So Wrestle League is quite a tight-knit family. tell me what you feel about Wrestle League.
It's been family for 5 years. Like, you come in that gym, your family. Like, it's like I know how cliche that sounds. Like, that's like the usual answer, but it's like that's really my second family. Like it's you just be so happy to see everybody succeed doing their thing. It's like the support we give each other is man, it's something to be a part of. It's yeah.
I knew that the first time I walked into Wrestle League to work, that it was a place where you really, really want to be because everybody is so motivated. And the cast of characters is we've had quite a few Wrestle League guys on lately, from Kid Lat to Russell, the Bro Bros. So we are going down the locker room, not because we have to, but because we want to. And obviously Hot Rod Daddy Andy, I mean, he is reflected in this show each and every week because Rachel decided to be a part of it. And at least right now, that is, Rachel and Andy are synonymous, which is really cool. What about Wrestle League do you feel makes it family?
The safe place.
I mean, I'll tell you, you know what? If you feel
And
working,
the
yeah.
the honesty is the honesty and how open and everything is, how everything gets handled. It's the one place that I've seen is like no shady stuff, no backdooring nobody. It's just you're around people you can trust.
And that is not always easy to find in this business, as Red would as spoke about at length on this show in the past. You said Louis the Wrench. It was his birthday today. Any birthday wishes for the Wrench?
Happy
Better got
birthday,
a
Louis.
card. If he's your trainer and you're just finding out right now it's his birthday, you failed.
No, I'm gonna be at his barbecue this weekend. I'll be there. Like, no, yeah, I'm gonna see Louis Norris. Oh,
There we go. That a boy.
That's me, hermano.
I mean, as far as trainers go, Louis and Shogun, that is impressive to say the least. How important are those two men to you?
Honestly, they're both role models. Like, both of them. Like I talked to Louis. Like, I can go to either. I've actually went to both of them for like advice, not even about wrestling, just life. And they're like definitely the big brothers everybody wish they had.
They are pretty impressive guys.
That sometimes chop you in the chest, or
Yeah, those Shogun chops, they're not fun.
Neither are his kicks.
Yeah, neither are his kicks. Hey, are you familiar with the final level?
What is the final level?
That is a tag team that is sweeping the nation and might end up being the greatest tag team in the history of the sport.
Is that with him and Marche?
That's it.
See, that's another person's chops. I'm good on.
You don't want those chops.
Everybody knows, like, I give chops, but Marche, hey.
You don't want that smoke.
Maybe one.
You don't want it. I took two in a suit, and I'll tell you, I was in a suit, and it still hurt like a motherfucker.
Marche, I want one. If you see this, Marche, give me one. Just one.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna regret that, but
I'll make sure he sees it. Have you ever seen the finishing move of the final level?
No, I have not.
Shogun hits the super kick, and then Marche hits the M80. There's not one human being in a pair of boots that's going to get up after that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the payday big enough, I might stand up. So,
Going out the final level, you better get Shaq Jordan or somebody to be your partner.
No, that's funny. And honestly,
how did that work out for Shaq Jordan and Ewok?
It did not work out for Shaq Jordan and Ewok at all.
I mean,
okay, so keep going.
Yeah, I mean, but if I did have to pick a partner, either one of those guys, I'd get in there, but any one of them.
I think you and Shaq and Ewok could form a family or a faction that would be pretty badass. Be pretty tough to beat y'all three.
Man, we busting heads every
Get
night.
those Freebird going, and that would be very tough for anybody to deal with. Tell Rion, put those trios titles up.
I like that though. I like that.
Yeah, that'd be
Do the workhorses still have those?
Oh God, the workhorses. Can you imagine what it would look like if the workhorses had to fight Cash Money, Ewok, and Shaq? That would be the ass kicking of a lifetime.
Okay, that would be a massacre.
I don't think the workhorses the blood would run red at midnight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We can
There's
make it happen.
Marche. There's Marche.
Yeah.
He's smiling at you because he wants to chop you now. That's why he put
Yeah.
that up there. Because Marche
I
is
mean,
Marche has super hearing. Marche's sitting in his house playing with his kids, and all of a sudden he's like, "Did I hear somebody say they want me to chop them?" Because he's got super hearing.
don't kill me, Marche, but just
You said it. You put it out in the world.
I wanted.
Marche
I
knows
mean,
everything.
yeah. Okay, yeah, just one. All I want is one, though.
All you want is one, and one is more than enough. So let's talk about what's coming up for Cash Money. I know we've got the big show this Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. You got nothing to do on a Monday. You come out, you hang with us. We have a hell of a show. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, Rion, there he is with the workhorses, people that would die if they fought Cash Money, Ewok, and Shaq Jordan, no doubt. So it's going to be a great show this Sunday. We know that you've got your scramble match. Where else are you working, and what's happening this summer for Cash Money? Is this the Cash Money World Tour about ready to happen?
It's the pre-tour. It's pre-tour, but I'm doing I'm gonna be all over the place. I got some stuff going on in Michigan. I'm actually trying to finalize some dates. See what works with the schedule. I'll be back at SCM August 19th for that Mega Rumble, which I'm looking forward to.
A lot of people are working at Squared Circle Megastars these days. What makes that so good? I hear great things about it. Tell me your take on it.
So for me, it goes back a few years ago. Eddie and Will, the people who run in SCM, they were the first people that gave me that spotlight, gave me a shot. And, and they're just good people to work for. It's like, they're all family. So it's like it has that family vibe. And it's just, it's a great experience. You're in a locker room, it's people it's warming, no backdooring, it's a good vibe. It's a fun place to work. I was just there a couple weeks ago. And yeah.
And you're feeling good. You're feeling ready.
Oh yeah. After that match, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Squared Circle Megastars coming up. We got IPW. Where else are you going to be in the near future?
Destination 6.
Now, what's up with that? What's that all about?
Actually, it's Sam Knight is out there, and checked out a show and invited us back. So that'll be a new place for me to be working.
As far as you've been in the business now for 5 years. You were trained by some of the most talented, Shogun and Lou. We have nothing but respect for on this show. Quinn Whittick, we're all big fans of what he does. We know the quality that comes out of Wrestle League. One of my favorite locker rooms that I work in. So we know you're going to get out there and you're going to get opportunities because of your pedigree. What do you want? What do you want out of wrestling? Where do you see yourself and where do you want to go? What's the sky's the limit for someone like you? What do you want?
I mean, one thing I always remember, wrestling is a business. So that aspect of it is, important to me. So of course you want to make money, of course you want to make money. But for me, wrestling is just all about getting paid and just being the best at what I'm doing. Of course, everybody wants that WWE check. Everybody wants to travel the world, want to be in New Japan. Of course, I want, AEW. There's dream matches that I have and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I really just want to be one of the greats. Like when you bring up that conversation, the GOATs, I want my name in that conversation.
That is that's not a bad answer right there. Dream match. If there was one person out there now anywhere that you would have a fight with, who would you like to fight? Who does Corey want to take on? Doesn't matter where it is, when it is. Who's that one person that you want to fight?
Well, okay, I got a couple different people, but inside the family wrestle league, Shaq Jordan.
Ooh. Shaq will watch this. Sometimes Shaq watches this show.
Yeah.
You might hear that. That might spur something on. You never know who's watching.
But I mean, if we go inside the family, I want a piece of Quinn. I want a piece of Ewok.
You want a piece of Ewok? Why would you want a piece of Ewok? That's a
believe it or not,
bastard right there.
Ewok was actually my first match.
How bad did he kill you? That's a hard task.
How bad did he kill you?
I'm still here.
Well, that's just barely, apparently, because I would.
No, Ewok hits hard. That is a hard hitting man. Ewok. Yeah, that was my first match in the business against
There
Ewok.
are a few people in this business that I respect more than Ewok. Just the way he carries himself and the way he fights. He fights every night, every match I've ever seen, like his life depends on it. And when you watch him on social media, just post and say anything, you feel that shit. You feel like Ewok, whatever Ewok is doing in his life, you feel like it's the most important thing. Ewok is going to kill somebody to make it happen. That's how I feel.
And
that's
it's
a tough first opponent.
It's and it's the respect I have just for the all the league guys. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I want a piece of Shogun. You know, that's Coach.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't want that.
God.
Come on.
I love you, Coach, but you know you
do not want that. Come on.
But you know, it's the love.
Shogun doesn't watch this show, but I'm going to ask him to watch it for that.
Okay, but I mean, it's the love and respect I have for these guys. It's just like from what they've taught me and the things that I've learned. It's just like you can't buy it, and for somebody like me, that's important.
Hey, you know what? You've picked some great people to fight. Some people that we know just love this business as much as you do, which I think makes for great entertainment. So let's step outside the family, step outside of Wrestle League. Aim high. Who do you want?
Okay, this might make a few people angry, but CM Punk.
Red.
Beat his ass.
Red. He just said CM Punk.
Red. Okay, I got a reason, Red. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out, Red. Okay.
People get twitchy when you mention CM Punk in Illinois. If Ron the Lumberjack was here, that conversation would be over. You would never work in this town again.
Okay, because the reason being is I ain't gonna lie. When I was, back before I was a worker, I stand, for CM Punk. I actually met CM Punk after finishing my first week of wrestling training, and the guy pulled me to the side and had an hour-long conversation with me just about the business. And it was just like my first week. It was just, it's just one of those moments. It's like he didn't talk to me like a fan. He talked to me like I was a worker, and it was just, that experience. Of course,
that's legitimately the first nice story I've heard anyone ever tell about him.
Wow, that certainly goes against the grain of everybody that's ever been on this show.
So it's it's like for me, my experience with him is him being a human being and just like asking me. He asked about the school, like bumping, like he was just talking to me, and it was just
Man, even Billy Whack wasn't waxing poetic about CM Punk, and that's all about the LWF.
I mean, you got to grasp the concept again. That is, you can't even say bad blood as far as that goes. So when you talk, like I don't deny Corey's story at all. Again, I've mentioned my CM Punk story, and he wasn't a dick to me. He was very cool. It's funny because there was when Marche first went and did work with WWE, and Punk was there, and nobody knew who Marche was, but Punk knew not only who Marche was, but he knew who the Soul Touchers were. Like he knew he still followed indie wrestling. So for him to know who Marche was and the rest of us, like, come on now, like shit, like we good. I mean, and I just think, and I'll stop it after this, that everybody for everybody that says there's a bad person, there's somebody that can tell you about a time where that same person didn't do them wrong. I mean,
I agree.
it's just life. It's just life. And yeah, a lot of people might not like who he is now and the things he's done, but I'm sure, again, like that night he talked to Corey. Yeah, shit, he didn't have to, but he did. So, I mean, I'm sure there are other people out there in the world somewhere where, CM Punk has talked to people, and I mean, some people say don't believe shit he says, and but you take it for what it's worth at that moment, again. So
Yeah. I mean, too, and for me, it was just that moment, like, again, like, this was somebody who was on WWE at the time, who was just, as big as he was. And then I'm like, I had his headphones, and then for him to take that time our first week of training, it was like this is crazy. But, and other people, Triple H is somebody, if I could so one of my goals as a kid, I used to dream that like I would be Triple H's retirement match.
Wow.
Like
awesome. I mean, hey, you want to dream big, right?
Like as a
you
kid, like
put
that
the
was
game
the match.
down. You want to Ric Flair the game. You want to get ready to super kick him and say I love you. That's what you want to do.
Man, like for me as a kid, that was like my number one dream match. WrestleMania, main event, me, Triple H. Yeah.
I'm sending this to WWE. I feel like it's time they heard our shit anyway.
Since Triple H can't wrestle anymore,
I know.
Is there anyone else who you'd like to be the retirement match for?
Seth Rollins.
Okay.
That might be a minute.
That would be amazing.
No. But I actually have met him. I've met him before, and yeah, that was an entertaining experience because you see the look on my face. You guys seen me. My resting face is just.
You got resting bitch face like me.
Rachel, we crack jokes about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, we have.
And he looks at the photo and he's like, I thought you said I was your favorite wrestler. And I'm like, you are. And he was like, you do not look excited to see me at all. And I'm just like, I got resting heel face. Like, I can't help it. Like, I'm I'm really happy. And he just started laughing and he was like, you want to take another one? I'm like, no, this is good.
This is me. This is perfect.
Like we wasting film at this point. Like,
yeah, no one would believe me if they saw me smiling. They'd be like, what is this? What is this, Corey?
But on the inside, I was like, I swear to God, I was that little kid at Christmas on the inside, but it's just.
Yeah.
Too cool for school.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like I've never met Seth Rollins, but I've worked, I think, with every human being that's come out of Black and Brave. So I feel like I know the man because I've worked with so many people from Black and Brave.
Yeah.
These are all really cool. And there's Seth Rollins in his big red boots. So maybe you'll get that retirement call someday.
Whoa, Steve, I got those boots on the way. Whoa.
You're gonna buy those boots? You're gonna bring those
They're
boots?
On the way.
Oh, I mean, I hope
did you buy the $5,000 ones or the knockoffs?
I'm Cash Money. Which one you think I'm getting?
The knockoffs save money.
I feel that way about my hair.
Oh no, I want those. I need those.
I don't believe in paying full price for anything. So
I don't think about it.
Hey, listen, when you get that pair of shoes, that make you feel like a baller. That's money well spent. Every time I put my Jordans on, I'm like,
I'm gonna need to see you wrestle a match in those boots.
I will. I thought about it.
Okay.
That's a nasty kick for somebody to eat.
I always like to hear what Rachel thinks about our guests. Rachel,
Why?
Why? Because you have amazing insight into these men and women that we have on this show. What are your thoughts of Cash Money?
Rachel knows everything.
I love Corey. We are very similar in spirit, I think. We both have good resting bitch face. We both are into boozy brunches. And I've never had, like, as you all know, I don't like men, but I've never had a bad vibe from
Obviously.
Corey. Like, yes, I make sure everybody knows. No, Corey is amazing to watch in the ring. He's amazing behind the scenes. Honestly, someone I am privileged to know in the wrestling community.
Aw. That was sentimental for a minute. Okay.
I
Rachel
know,
doesn't get
right?
that much.
It hit me right in the feels. Like,
That's pretty impressive.
I can be nice.
You guys, that was very nice. That was very impressive. Red,
And we got to have that boozy brunch.
yes, we need. I found a couple places.
Okay. Let me know. We'll figure out these days.
Unlimited mimosas.
man, we're talking about brunches today. Anyway, moving on. Red, you gave some roses earlier. Got any more?
Why? You only gonna cut me off again?
I'm not cutting you off. That was a mistake. That was a whole other thing.
Again, the time that I have spent with Corey has been invigorating. To see his passion, his hunger, his funny side, just being in the locker room, even his compassion. Corey was one of the people that when I re-injured my arm at Wrestle League, like, he kept checking on me, you good, bro? Bro, you good? You good, bro? You good? You know, and that meant a lot considering, one, it's a bunch of fucking dudes walking around and nobody really looked like they gave two fucks, except for my own crew. And I did still understand the show was going on and it's got to go on. But like, he kept going out his way to make sure I was good. So to know he has those qualities of passion, desire, hunger, and compassion, lets me know he's already a stand-up human being. His ring work, it's constantly getting better. Again, from the first time I saw you till the last time I saw you, which I think was an IPW show. Tremendous. You have gotten tremendously better. Keep putting forth the work. And don't let anybody kill your vibe. You have a vibe that is second to none, especially when it comes to a business that is so cutthroat and at times can be downright fucking horrible.
Awful.
Nobody let nobody kill your spirit or your vibe. You have the ability to keep pushing forward, and if you keep pushing forward, nothing but the stars for you, young man. I would love to be able in the next few years to be able to say, yeah, I poured into that cat and now look where he's at. So you keep doing what you're doing.
Wow. Red with the roses. That was almost sounded like an invitation to the ARC, but we'll have to wait and see how that works out. Corey, you've really entertained people well, and you get and you understand wrestling like few do, and we appreciate that. And we all hope that you do well. I certainly do.
Yeah.
And we're all thankful that you came on the show tonight. I was excited to have you, and you said, "Hey, I want to do that." And I'm like, "Well, hey, I want you to do that." So that made it very easy for me, and I appreciate that. Any final thoughts you want to get out there about you, your character, what you're doing, where you're going, what you want? Any final thoughts before we move on?
I mean, I tell everybody the same thing. I'm a young black hood king living the dream. Like, this is the only thing I've ever wanted to do in life. Like, this is the only thing that gives me any peace, happy. It's crazy. Wrestling gives me everything: peace, happiness, sadness, anger. Like, it's
Don't it
everything.
though?
It's like it gives you everything, and you just want more of it. And it's just like, when I'm not doing it, it's like I don't feel like I got a place in the world. So it's like wrestling is just
Nigga, you speaking my language.
like,
I'm sorry, but
yeah,
everybody knows how
I will not be using that term, but
I was
that's
fucked
how I
up.
feel about roller derby.
I was not feeling myself Friday, and oh my
Like,
God.
Yeah, I
like,
know
the
that.
only time I've ever been hurt, my reason for fighting back was wrestling, like the brain injury. Wrestling, when I got stabbed. Wrestling, like
You got
everything.
stabbed?
Yes.
What?
Okay, 2020. A couple
Oh,
of
the
days before
pandemic. You got stabbed in the pandemic?
no, like
You
3
lead with
days.
that story.
So 3 days like before the pandemic, the lockdown, I got stabbed in the back by my spine, about 4 inches deep, it's 2 inches wide. So for me, the pandemic was different. While people were worried about they couldn't go outside, even if there was no lockdown, I couldn't walk for like 2 weeks.
What
Oh my
the
God.
fuck?
And
That whole weekend was cursed.
yeah, so but
Nice.
I mean, and we didn't know, and it was crazy about that was the crazy thing was when I got in the ambulance, I was talking to myself and I was like, I might not be able to wrestle no more. And the paramedic was like a retired pro wrestler from the early 2000s. He never gave me his name. He was like, what was it called back in the day? What was the big promotion in the early 2000s?
Like indie promotion, Windy City?
Yeah. Yeah, Windy City. And he was a Windy City guy.
Red probably knows who it is. Red, who's the Windy City guy that was the ambulance?
That is an ambulance. That
An
that is a
ambulance. Paramedic,
That
yes.
is a paramedic.
Not an ambulance. That would be weird. That's like a transformer.
I don't know. I only know
Yeah.
one guy that's an ambulance driver. He's
Willie.
not from Winter City.
That's Willie now.
But yeah,
Nah, it wasn't Willie.
he heard me say that and he was just like, that's crazy. Like, you might not be able to walk again. And the first thing you say is, I can't wrestle. And I was like, I didn't even think about not being able to walk. And
Yeah.
So it was just like wrestling is just, but I got to say, full recovery, lots of Lewis, big shout out to Lewis. He helped me so much during that time as far as motivation and training and pushing me, and everybody at the gym was so cautious with that's why I said it's family. They knew how badly injured I was. And it was just like, like they just made sure, like they were so cautious. Like any bump I took, it's like, stop practice. Are you good? And, and it's just like, again, goes back to that family and what wrestling is. It's everything. See, Red know what I'm talking about. Wrestling is everything. The good, bad, ugly,
Yeah.
everything.
Well,
Dude, I
thank
felt like
fucking
shit.
God that you're still here.
Jesus.
Like, thank fucking
I mean,
God.
honestly, I got stabbed protecting somebody. So,
Hey, let me get this out the way before anything else gets said. Mr. McHenry, for the next time that you get on one of these podcasts, this is just a little bit of advice.
Okay.
Start with that first.
Okay.
And then move on to the other things.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
This is just for later. I'm not sure if you've done any of these or if you haven't done any recently, but for the next time you decide to do one of
that's
these,
usually the first question people ask. They like, so how did you get stabbed? And I'll be like, oh, well.
I didn't even know you got stabbed.
We didn't know you got
Oh.
stabbed.
Led with
Oh
that.
yeah, that's. I mean, usually, yeah, people who know, like the people like in wrestling, like they know like how hard I fought to come back. So that's like, you know, every time I'm in the ring, I think about that. Every time I wipe my feet, that's one of the things I think about. It's like,
I'm gonna give you like the biggest hug when I see you. Max, like my mother's heart is just like going crazy right now. My as a mother, like as a person. Oh my God. Just we're gonna get you to the top, Corey. We're gonna get you to you're getting to the top. We're gonna get you there.
Rachel makes no promises without purpose.
Mm-hmm. That's just and yeah, just grateful that you're here. And Hot Rod is starting his own podcast. I will make sure to let him know that you were stabbed.
oh man,
And
that's
so
one person I forgot
Wow.
to mention. I want to work with the Hot Rod. I want to work against him.
okay,
I want to
please
work
let him know because
like
he has
we
been
can
in
be a
such
team.
yeah, he has been in such a rut lately with wrestling and like, you know, he came here from the East Coast and like feeling like he's still struggling to fit in here. So like please
Man.
let him know that because it would mean everything to
No, he
him.
knows. He knows. Like every time I
Yeah.
see him, I'm like, hey, one day.
Yeah, one of these days. That would be a good tag team. That would be a good tag team.
That's
Yeah, I was finna say the red. The reason why I'm okay is, you know, the West Side made me hard body, you know.
Hey, I get it, but that's a whole different level there. They don't even get that part.
I have to believe this is the first time we've ever had a guest that got stabbed. And we
Oh,
talked
I'm
about
actually
it on the
like
show.
I was like on like almost gone. Like I almost like I made my final phone call and everything, but you know.
Holy shit. I mean that transcends everything we're trying to do on this show. So I mean, you're laying up in the hospital, you're fighting for life for Christ's sake.
Oh no, that wasn't even at the hospital. I was still laying in on the floor where it happened, like literally in a pool. Like I could splash and like I called my
Fucking God.
mom. Like I called my mom and was like, I love you. I guess I'm like, it's a lot of blood. And I've worked and done hospice. Like I know what it felt like. Like my body weighed 1,000 pounds and you start drifting off and then it's weird. I tell everybody I heard a voice and it's weird, but I got up. Like I just like stood up and just like fell back down. But it was just like the paramedics were there by then. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Not to make light of it, but was the voice telling you it's not your time, you have to give Seth Rollins his retirement match?
Actually, no, the voice actually it was not a pleasant voice. It was like, get your
Oh.
ass up. Like
It was Triple H going, "Are you ready?"
Or like it was one of your ancestors telling you to get the fuck up?
yeah, but they was like, yeah, what are you, pussy? And I literally heard that in my head and got up.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what I heard. Like, and I stood up. And yeah, it's weird. And here we
How
are.
long did it take after you recovered to get back in the ring? Jesus Christ.
So it took 8 months. But I was doing physical therapy. I was going to the gym twice a day. I was going, yeah, like every day for 6 days a week. I was in the gym twice a day, 6 days a week. Because during that time I couldn't walk, I think I gained like 55 pounds. And I had to I wanted to wrestle. Lewis, that's how I had my first match with the Ewok. It was like Lewis is like, we doing this. If you can get ready by this time, you know, if you're ready, I'll give you a match. And I ain't never wanted nothing that bad in my life. So man, like I would train so hard, like I would have to crawl up the steps when I made it home. Like, yeah, I could taste blood some days while I was training, but you keep going.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
long did it take you to be able to walk again?
that was a couple weeks.
Jesus.
Like so for like the first week, it was like I couldn't do anything for myself. Like I had to be helped to the bathroom, taking a shower, everything for like that first week.
That is some scary shit.
Yeah.
Holy well.
I mean, I look at it like this. I was trying to de-escalate a situation. I protected somebody. So if knowing that person lived and I would have died, I would have been okay in that moment. That's how I looked at it. Like,
the
Yeah.
ultimate sacrifice, as it were. Well, this is certainly a dynamic of Money Cory McHenry that I wasn't expecting tonight. Bro, that's the story. You lead, like Rian said, you lead with that shit. Damn.
We didn't do our research beforehand.
You know,
Because
We
then
got to start
everybody
asking
wants to
people
know-
if they've been stabbed when we ask them to be on the show.
Oh yeah. And
God,
then,
I
you know,
have failed
yeah.
as a host.
and then the brain injury last year, which I recovered from, you know, I'm fighting.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
a fighter. And
Yes,
Rian
sir.
is going to find out what kind of fighter you are this Sunday at IPW in that big four corners scramble match. Corey, I don't know what to say, man. You've taken me to places I never expected to go. Red's just
This
sitting
has been an
around casually
emotional
cool.
roller coaster.
I'm the one that's all fucked up right now.
I mean,
What?
you never know. I mean,
He from the west
Yeah.
side.
exactly. That's that 290 in me. It just do it's something in the water.
That is something I didn't expect. That is an amazing story. Overcoming a stabbing and a brain injury, and you're in the best shape of your life doing what you love to do. That is a testament to your tenacity, my friend. And you know, that is something that we all respect and love very much.
Yeah.
Cash Money Corey, you're the goods, kid. Thank you for coming on the Power Hour tonight, man. This is something I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Definitely want to be back in the future. You know.
Oh, are you kidding me? I haven't begun to scratch the surface on a stabbing.
I got other stories you don't even want to know.
I gotta do better research.
I'm feeding this lead to Hot Rod for his podcast.
Of
Please.
course.
Oh
you
yes.
are.
And he can ask me
Traitor!
all the questions. Injuries,
Yeah.
crazy incidents, accidents. I got stories, Steve.
All right, I'm gonna be messaging you in a few days, giving you Cash Money part 2. We're gonna get that. We're gonna start talking about some things that happen and some things will happen. You can stay on and you can chat with us, or you can go if you need to go. I know I heard you say I'm gonna go to a pool, and that's infinitely cooler than
No, well, you know, that's when somebody asks about the chains. I'll tell everybody, I can get in the pool with my jewelry on.
and there.
Mhm.
Hey, ain't no green necks, ain't no none of that.
All right, Cash Money Corey, that's awesome, and he's going to stick with us. So we're going to move on to the things we need to talk about. Red, let's start with SCW because you were everywhere Saturday night in Shabance doing ARC business. Talk about some of that stuff.
What is there to talk about?
What do you mean? What's there to talk about?
ARC walked away victorious.
And you didn't cheat.
Why would we need to cheat?
We were talking about that on commentary.
We don't always have to, you know, you always think there's shenanigans on our end, and there wasn't.
Now, wait, here's what I said on commentary. I don't know if you heard it. I said, Red is one of those managers that will take advantage of opportunities when needed to survive. So I never use the word cheating because, you know, you take advantage of situations when they're presented to you. And you didn't really need to because Renee and Miles were amazing.
You sound surprised.
I'm not surprised. It just was a hell of a night. I'm just looking for your reaction.
I mean, you were, you know, let's be honest, you were dubbing the triple threat with Miles as, you know, ARC versus the Soul Touchers. And
man, I was talking to Jazz afterwards. Jazz is sad. You hurt Jazz. How dare you?
What? Well, shit, stop wearing the wig.
When you put that wig on, you're the only kid that wore that wig better than I did.
Shit, I mean, at this point, again, you just as bald as I am, so let that shit shine, you know.
We talked at length about the Soul Touches versus the ARC. we talked about the decision that you had to make. And I think that the interesting thing, and this is the analogy I made, and I did this because I believe it. I did not do it to make light of the ARC. And I said like this to Travis. I said, when a band breaks up and one of the stars goes on to form a new band and they do well, it's amazing. In the 70s, there was a band called Wings, and they had all kinds of hits, silly love songs, Band on the Run. They had one of the biggest tours in the history of the world, and they had a run like no other. But at the end of the day, when you think about Paul McCartney, you think about the goddamn Beatles, not Wings. So I was saying that the Soul Touches are the Beatles and the ARC is the Wings. How you feel about that? Accurate, not accurate? Do you like that analogy? Because I really was proud of it for a while.
I mean, I understood your analogy, and I get what you're saying, but you have to understand that both factions are total entities of themselves. You got to understand the Soul Touchers were created out of luck, and then we were allowed to be ourselves. It was just us being us. And I think people understood that you got us. You didn't, we weren't, we were 4 to 5 guys and some chick. But we were ourselves. I'm not even gonna say some chick. I'm gonna say it. My wife at the time, because I am going to give her respect, because even then they
That would be
saw
Diamond.
That's Diamond. They would see the fun side of us. They would see the silliness of Jazz and Marche. They would see the love between me and Diamond. So everybody got that we were a real family. Now, I'm not saying the ARC isn't a real family, but we gotta again give props where props were due. The Evil Genius is the one that he already knew he wanted to create something. I just happened to be the guy that he sat down with, and we plotted and figured out who fits where in the high scheme of things. So, again, I don't take anything away from Renee. I don't take anything away from Miles. The three of us have carried on this banner with other people by our side.
Jackson Larkin and D'Angelo Steele.
Vega Venom, and there's a few more in the work. But you, as you've stated so many times, you can't capture lightning in a bottle twice. You just can't. So I know you love to stir the pot, you love to keep it going, but it's just two different things at two different times, and the one thing that I do know is if we were ever, and this sounds so stupid, but like if somebody ever said, hey, Japan wants you guys, could you do it? Like, I think we could show up in Japan, England, wherever tomorrow, and we would not miss a beat. And that just speaks
Speaking
on
of the Soul Touches, right?
Yeah, that's just our bond, and just how how organic it is. again, you
Why
know,
did you wrong Jazz Saturday night?
why? Because he was a dirty dog.
Yeah, but you're a dirty dog often. You made
Am
a
I?
choice. You made a
Am
damn
I?
choice.
But that isn't that what life is about? It's about choices.
I suppose it is, but it was
So,
unsettling for us
so
Beatles
he
fans up in the box.
so he made his choice Saturday night, and Miles took advantage of that choice that he decided to make, and Miles walks away with the victory. Renee Van Peebles defended her title
Gets the knockout point.
against Aladdin and the Genie. The Genie did not fare well. We put that damn genie in the bottle and kicked that
Did
shit
you really
back.
just call Just Amazing and KO Kendra Aladdin and the Genie?
Yes, I did, because I said it to their face all night.
They don't watch this show, but I'm gonna make sure they hear about this shit.
I don't care. I called them that the whole night during the match. What? I was Prince Ali, I should see Ali Baba. Yeah, that's what Just Amazing looked like. Like, what the hell? So yeah,
Damn.
KO Kendra, she tried. And she gave it a good try. But still, your SCW women's champion is RVP.
It's amazing that RVP gives zero fucks, but is so over in Shabazz, and it's crazy. And I didn't know RVP had teeth until she came down to that applause when she was introduced by Riccolo.
I think it's something different for all of us. Normally, at Shabazz, I don't even like people don't speak. And that was it's funny. Corey was talking earlier, and you know, that's what I was kind of referring to. You know, I was not in a good mood Friday, and not in I was in an okay mood, and then but by the time I got to the building, I was in a pissed off mood.
And I didn't help your mood.
You did not help my mood. But it was something about the incident that took place, and I stopped being C-Red and I became Sean. But I didn't want to take over, because that's what I do at work. Like, I give a fuck and I take over to make sure everybody's okay. So I had to take a step back. Once the situation was rectified and the young lady was better, and to come out and see her standing there smiling, that did it for me, dude. Like, I didn't give a fuck what else I had been through. That made it for me. And that is why I do this. And it was the first time in a long time where people were sticking their hands out when me and Miles came out. And I'm like, this is odd. Like, you people normally hate the shit out of us. Like,
They do.
Like, now everybody wants, to get a high five. And then it was funny. Even during it was during Renee's match. There's a little kid, and he was like, "Hey, C-Red, can I wear your chain? Can I wear your chain?"
I saw that.
And I let him wear it the entire match. And like, so somewhere out there on the interweb, there's the kid, and he's taking like 35,000 selfies with my damn chain. So I'm sure all of his friends are saying, "Who the hell is the bald black dude on the chain?" But it is what it is. But they gave me so much fucking life that night. Like, they poured into me personally, and it felt good, dude. I mean, plus when you're in the locker room and you get to see people like you and Mulligan and Hunter and people that, again, I have a get to see Paulie and hear Paulie talk shit.
Paulie is still talking shit.
I know. But you get to see all these people that you've been around. It uplifts you. It makes you feel better. At least for me, it makes me feel better. That's why I'm as fucking pissed as the shitty day I had today. I'm focused on Saturday and Sunday because I get to see the people that I choose to call family. You know, we can't pick the people and the assholes that we're born into. You just can't. You can't say, God can't say, hey, God, I know I'm about to be put inside my mom's womb, but I don't want her as a mom. I want her as a mom, and I want him as a dad, and I want him as a brother. I want them as cousins. No, you don't get that shit. Who the fuck you get is who the fuck you get. And 9 times out of 10, if you're blessed, you get a wonderful family. And that 1 out of 10 times, you get a really shitty ass family. And not saying my family is shitty, but it's sad that I consider a group of people, and none of y'all take this the wrong way, please, but Rachel, Steve, Rion, the list goes on and on. People that before wrestling on this level, I never knew, didn't know existed. And they are more family to me than the people that I'm actually related to by blood. I know this is going to sound twisted, but I've always prayed that when I die, it's my wrestling family that shows up, not outside of my children and my grandchildren and my immediate family. I all them other people that, we family, yeah, but I never see your ass. I never get a call. I ain't seen you in 18 years. Like, come the fuck on. This community is my family. And that's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. And I love all of y'all. So, yeah. So that's what happened for me at SCW.
Power Hour went full on existential. That might be a first for us.
I just want to say it does not sound twisted because I understand exactly what you mean and I feel the same way as you do. So it's not twisted.
I know you do. When it comes to every time I see you and your friends, and I can't even call them friends, and I can't say girlfriends. I mean, damn, sister
My
wives,
wife.
whatever
My wife.
whatever y'all calling yourselves these days. You can feel it.
Yeah.
No pun intended, Rion, but you can see that's how you do a zinger, Corey. But you can feel the love that they have for each other, and that really, you have to step back. And I really at times wonder, why the fuck can't the rest of the world be like this?
Yeah.
Like, why is it that complete strangers can come into your life and be everything, yet the people that you're semi-tied to,
Yeah.
are a bunch of assholes. So,
I understand more than you know.
So that's my psychological evaluation for tonight. Moving on.
Did the most unexpected show, from the stabbing to existential with C Red. This is great.
We love you, Red.
We do love you, Red. It's true. Despite whether you believe it or not. the rest of the show was really interesting. The match between Aaron Xavier with Angel against Paulie Tomaselli, Power Ballad Tomaselli, was an amazing thing to watch. I really, really enjoyed it. And I wasn't ring announcing this past Saturday because that is a new person's job, as SCW welcomed the legendary Mr. Riccolo to be the new ring announcer, and he did marvelous work. So I was up on commentary only, and I got blamed for not being present. I was there all night. I stayed late, and Paulie never came up to say hi. He left, and he just roasted me on social media. So now I feel like I got beef with Paulie Tomaselli. Now I feel like I got to fight him. Red, what do you think?
Rachel, so when we get together for the wake,
Yeah.
I think we all need to wear a silly ass tie and those Tony Stark sunglasses.
Yeah,
So-
and we need like fun blazers.
Or we can all go out and get Captain America singlets. And
Why not?
I don't like the thought of how I'd look in one of those, but we can make it work.
All right, so maybe I won't challenge Paulie anytime soon. But it was an amazing match. Aaron Xavier lost the match very clearly, but Terry Allen came and reversed the decision, gave the match 5 more minutes, and the Evil Genius got the victory over Paulie Tomaselli, who got the pinfall initially. So I imagine that will be a rivalry revisited. Also, Aladdin, aka Just Amazing, had a banger with James Creed, the franchise, and Just Amazing wins that match. We had Dysfunction taking on Meat Hooks O'Bannon and Sean Mulligan with a little help from some unsavory characters. Dysfunction went over. And then in the main event, it was Koa Laksamana versus Jimmy Carrot. That went to hell in a handcart very quickly.
I heard what happened at the end.
That was straight up George the Animal Steel, Elizabeth Macho Man shit. That was straight up that.
Yeah, that's some shit I would have did, but I wouldn't have took the belt. I'd have took the girl.
I thought Jimmy was going to kiss his mask. He planted one for a long while on Kayleese, and that did not make Koa very happy. Koa gets the win. He is still your champion, but Jimmy Carrot certainly took a piece of him, and that is going to be rematched in June at Steam Hollow. So if you didn't catch Koa versus Carrot the first time, you will get another chance. So SCW had quite a show. Retaliation is always one of my favorites. It did not disappoint. And then we had CSW Friday night, and we have a new champion, Red.
Dude.
The Land Shark, Conan Lycan.
No, you ain't got to tell me. I saw it.
Did you see when he jumped over that ladder and crashed through the tables and chairs on top of Axel?
Didn't I tell you it was going to be shenanigans?
There were shenanigans. Everybody, I mean, the hate.
I will.
We're out there.
The whole. First of all, I apologize to you. I will say it personally on air right now. I apologize for giving you shit. I thought I gave you shit. I thought Rion gave you shit, and I thought at times Rachel gave you shit. But you are catching still hell right now with this fucking lawsuit. And oh my God, they made Joe Knight a living fucking hell Friday night. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't myself Friday, and then I woke up and realized I missed my kid's prom. Felt like shit about that. But then the one thing was, oh yes, CSW. So I cut it on and I got right into the second match. I hated that I missed the first match, but of course I watched it Saturday morning. And all night long I kept thinking, it's full of shenanigans. But I will admit, I love seeing Marche chop Joey Avalon. Joey Avalon is tied up in the ropes while Hades X1X thinks he's doing damage. No, you didn't do shit. You wasn't really stretching him. You just levering up his body. But when Marche chopped his ass and he realized he couldn't go nowhere, that was beautiful. And then when
Marche's number one contender. So Marche
Yeah.
will get a shot at the new champion, Conan Lycan, in July.
Dude, I sat there after while they're posing and I thought about it. I said, oh shit, I might need a ticket to this shit. But here's the problem. Again, it's the numbers game. And I feel like while you're against shenanigans, always, if this goes the way it goes and you lose everything, TJ still doesn't give a fuck. Look what he did to his own brother. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. It's going to change the landscape for sure. It's official. Steve Boz will fight TJ Steele. If TJ Steele wins, he gets control of the company. He gets my job. I lose my job. And he gets control of CSW completely. If I win, I don't have to pay $10 million, which is bullshit to begin with.
Is this what the lawsuit's about?
Yeah, that's the lawsuit. I endangered TJ.
You know, I know where Eric Schultz works, and I know where he eats lunch. I could take care of this for you in a few minutes.
Oh man, we're gonna talk after this is over.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Look over your shoulder every time you walk down Michigan Avenue, Schultzy.
Did you hear the special stipulation though of the Steele versus Boz match, Red?
I heard it, but I didn't forget. And Rachel didn't hear it, so you go ahead and elaborate. Oh yeah, that was interesting. That Steele thought he had the upper hand. He didn't care what the stipulation was. He thought it was a steel cage or an Iron Man, and then you kind of hit him with a brick wall when you told him you will be the special guest referee for said match. And at that point, he almost shitted on himself.
And that place went crazy, which was awesome.
Like I was smelling him through the monitor on my phone.
They hit me with the law. They fucked me with the law, and I took the law right back at him. So in July, Steele, Boz, I'm the special guest referee. I feel pretty good about our chances.
Yeah. The rest of the show, the women's match. Here's the thing.
Cass McKenzie is amazing.
Yes, she is.
Jesus Christ.
Every match was executed so well. So well.
What about that Reckless Cypher match? That was the damnedest thing.
I was pissed because I just knew she would do something and get him back under her spell or something. And like I'm sitting there Friday and I'm pissed. I'm like, all my fucking predictions are just shit tonight. Like last month, I'm knocking them out the park, baby. I'm like, yes, one after the other.
And who won the scramble match, old boy? My pick.
Whatever. You finally got one right.
I told you Shelly was going to get it.
But look how Shelly got it. I'm not taking it away from her. But again,
1 year in the business, her anniversary show, and she looked like $1 million. What a match it was.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Also, in the tag match, obviously, Big Mood retained their title.
Mood.
But did you see the Mateo Valentine Jax Johnson kiss?
You mean kisses?
People are going to talk about that shit forever. And what about the big thing at the end?
Yes, the big.
They were down and out, and Joey Mayberry buries
came out.
Mateo comes in for the save.
Yeah, but I don't. It's just me. Maybe it's the heel in me. I don't know. If I can trust Joey. I see what happened, but
It sure looked pretty genuine, and it was celebrated all night long. CSW Ode to Valor was an amazing show.
Yes, it was.
Many twists and turns. Hammerstone and Vic Capri was amazing.
Damn.
God, that is just a gigantic human. I stood next to him, and his muscles are just stupidly big, amazing physique. And Vic sustained an injury in that match, legitimately, but he walked out, and he's walking under his own power. I'm sure he'll be better and be back real soon. But that was a scary moment at the show for sure.
Again, everything was well executed. Again, I didn't expect the BOZ to lose
Neither did I.
the Metro Division title. But again, shenanigans. Yeah, just everything was done very well, and you and the rest of the CSW crew should be very proud of yourselves. You packed the house again, and for the people watching at home, if you don't have IWTV,
Gotta get
why?
it.
Why? I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Why don't you have IWTV? For the low price of $10 a month, not only can you see great action from Chicago style wrestling, you also can catch Dreamwave.
Yeah.
Two great local promotions. Guess what? That's kicking everybody's ass.
Isn't that the house that Christian Rose built?
See, he say that, but we was already putting that foundation up before he got there. So
I
Steve,
saw
I'm
that.
poor. Buy me a subscription.
July, we take June off, so CSW does not have a show in June. But in July, we're back, and we'll have the Boz and TJ Steele match. Marche will get Lycan and other things. Plus, our special guest star. I have wanted to work a show where this man worked in the 10 years I've been doing this. One of my favorite mic skill guys, one of my Mr. Anderson live in Franklin Park in July. I never go up to the talent, the superstar talent, and bother them. I shake their hands and say hi. I might ask for a picture with this gun because I'm might mark out just a little bit.
I've been in the building. I've been in the building with Mr. Anderson.
Always wanted to work with Ken. Can't wait to work.
He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
That's what I hear. So I'm hoping that I at least get to have a small chat with him before he goes away. But I'm very excited. Mr. Anderson live in July, CSW. Now that was the past, and we're coming to the future. This Saturday in Maryville, Indiana, Crash Tested Wrestling prevents Collision Course, and Red, we've got all kinds of chaos. I mean, from skirts that have been misplaced to all the action. Take us through this because you are, and as far as I'm concerned, an expert on Crash Tested Wrestling.
How the hell am I damn expert?
Because man, you got skin in the game.
All right, so let's run down the card. First of all, one of the matches announced is a career match. It is John Francis versus the ARC's D'Angelo Steele.
Oh, that's great. Get D'Angelo Steele retired. The sooner the better. He and LeBron James are disappointments from the island of pretty.
Well, first of all, LeBron ain't pretty. But
Yeah, he
second
went
of all,
pretty last night. The
hey,
last 3 minutes last night, he
hey,
went
Russ,
pretty.
hey, Russ, how you doing, Russ? Hey, Russ, how you doing? How you doing, Russ? And that
Hey,
ain't for LeBron either.
I'm a
just
Lakers
saying.
fan. I'm a Lakers fan.
Hey,
Hey,
you can be a Lakers
hey,
fan all you want. I
here's
love
the thing.
Magic and Worthy and
I'm
all those
a
guys.
Lakers fan also, but I'm tired of Russell and this damn debate about who the GOATs are.
Oh, ask him. Oh, he's a Jets fan now.
Yeah, he's a Jets fan now. It's great.
It's not even a debate because he's just wrong.
He's just dead wrong. Dead
He's
wrong.
just committed to being wrong.
The last 3 minutes of that game last night, those are 3 minutes where the great ones take over and get the job done. And LBJ did zero.
Hey, I'm not gonna say he wasn't out there. He
Hey,
wasn't
he put
trying
40 points up.
No.
No, you take the shot. He had open jumpers all those 3 minutes. And all he was doing was passing and trying to drive. And you can't drive against Denver like that. They proved that all year.
I'm just saying.
Gutless.
Okay,
Gutless.
you're losing me. I
Sorry.
don't care about. I don't
We're
care
just
about.
talking a little bit just for Russell's benefit. Sorry, Corey. No offense, man. Lakers have meant so much to all of us over the years. Kobe, the only one that ever got close to Jordan. But the point is, LeBron deserves what he got. Walked off the court last night, didn't talk to anybody. Typical LeBron bitch fashion. But moving on. We got the graphic right there. D'Angelo Steele versus John Francis. That should be a hell of a career. What you got, Red?
We have the final two openings of the Lethal Lottery tournament. And again, this could be anybody. The wheel could turn, and it could be Steve Arndt versus Jed Williamson.
No, I already got my hands full.
Hey, it don't matter if you in the building that night and your name is in that hat, you can get picked.
All right, Red, I'll bring my Jordans. I'll be ready.
Anybody that's there is eligible.
I'm 1-0 in my Jordan.
But speaking of you, sir, finally we have the contract signing for Destiny, and it will be he's calling himself the Don, Cameron Wayne, versus our CTW general manager, yourself, Steve Arnett.
Arnett. What are you, fucking Windy City AC? You can't pronounce my name after a goddamn decade? Arnett. Well, there is no Arnett even close.
You know why I'm calling you that.
Yeah. That's fine. Arnett.
Until Saturday. I'll be pronouncing your name. I hope you have some backup, sir. I know
contract signing. What do I need backup for?
Because Cameron can't be trusted worth shit.
I don't give a crap about him. He's useless and an idiot. I'm going to go and sign the paper, and then I'm going to have lunch. Or no, I can't because I got to do commentary too. So, it's a contract signing. What could possibly go wrong? Two men sign the paper. We're involved at Destiny. Here's the thing. Actually, it's an honor. And I'll be honest with you, because I have been a part of all the Destinies. The original Destiny, I was on commentary. Destiny 2, I was on commentary. Destiny 3, the triage that it was, I was there. And I was at Destiny last year. So I've never missed a Destiny, but I've always been a commentator or general manager. This time, I'm going to work a Destiny. And that means a lot to me because of the people that came before me that have made this the WrestleMania of Crash Tested Wrestling. So the history, the honor, and the importance are not wasted on me. So when we hit July and that match happens, I will tell you this. I will not disrespect the legacy of this company by being a shitty, stupid-ass gimmick match. I'm coming to Maryville to wipe the pavement with that fool that has been running his mouth for a year. He needs to be gone. He is a dollar store C-Red. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be the manager. He ain't shit. And in July, I expose him for the chump that he is. He is not going to disrespect this company. He is not going to disrespect our legacy. And you be damn sure that you keep my name out of your mouth, you idiot. You want to sign contract on Saturday? I'll be there to sign the contract. You want to get stupid on Saturday? I get stupid better than anybody. You want to run around the parking lot? I'm your guy. You want to create shit? You want to bring all your boys out? You want to create a situation? I am the situation.
All right. Well, speaking of Cameron and his boys, High Society, Nick Diamond,
Karen.
and
Rachel, his name is Karen. That's his legal name, right?
It is. It's
it's
Karen.
Karen. It's Karen now. Okay, well, Karen and Edward R. Shyster face. I don't know how they're gonna get past the team of Jake Thunder and the Chicagoland champion of Rocket Pro, the Amazing Turtle.
You know what the name of this tag team is?
It's Turtle Thunder.
I'm calling them the Thunder Guppies.
I don't even want to know why. I'm sure something was said, but I don't even know why. In a first time ever in Crash Tested Wrestling, and it probably might be the first time period, but first time in Crash Tested, it will be BOW.
Bruce Owen Wesker.
Yep. Versus all day Marche Rocket.
God, that is a lot of human being. And though the BOW is one of the few men that can match Marche Rocket size-wise. And we remember Marche and Cody. That was a pretty even matchup. This even more so. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Marche's gonna have to do something.
Yeah, we remember Marche and Cody very well. Ugh. Face still hurts.
Going through popcorn.
Hey, I'm trying to make amends with Marche.
You know, listen, we talked about how badly you treated Acid Jazz. And you've got this weird situation. Why is the father of the Soul Touches rebelling against his children?
I'm not. I'm trying to make amends with Marche.
You almost cost him a match.
Here's the thing.
It's like you're the old man that's got Alzheimer's and keeps fucking shit up.
No, I didn't fuck it up. The realization is I'm tired of Miles and everybody else. Miles being the CTW champion, he has a fucking huge ego now. Believes he is unbeatable.
What about
and
RVP?
Only credits himself as the reason why he's still the champion. Never gives anybody else credit. It's just him. And I got tired of it. I got tired of it. Have you ever been in a car with Miles and Renee? Like, it is like two fucking 7-year-olds while you're trying to drive on a family vacation. Like, they just bitch.
Man, I wish they watched this show.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. Tag them in it. I don't care. Like, I'm tired of their bullshit. I really am. So, you know, as far as
times, it was the worst of times.
As far as it goes, I'm done with them, man. And you know, with Marche, again, we've got 20 years history. You know, 20 years of up and down the road and you know, shaking hands and kissing babies and and touching soul. So you know, I'm gonna say something to Marche again Saturday, and we'll see how he receives it. I mean, all I can do is put it in the universe, and I pray to God that Marche receives it. If he doesn't, I can't say I didn't try. I can't say I didn't make amends.
Well, that is
You know.
certainly that's going to be a lot of drama, a lot of high drama for sure. What else we got this Saturday in Maryville?
Also, Fallout Ace Bradley
Oh,
goes
it's a scary
one.
dude.
Yeah,
He and I have had tussle. He's had tussled in the past. He was the
goes.
first guy to ever beat me up.
Well, that yeah, well,
Long
that
before
is
the
saying
show.
like. Well, he's taking on High Society's Chris Miller,
Oh,
the
Chris Miller's a
career killer.
man. He's gonna need to call his cousin Metalhead. He ain't gonna win. Fallout Ace Bradley's gonna torment that soul.
You know, so and the main event, since we're talking about Chris Miller, High Society, isn't it funny how nobody could reach Cody?
It's not funny because Cody Country has realized he is better than High Society. He is separated from that idiotic faction and is fulfilling his destiny as one of the top superstars in this business right now. And that gold that Miles Mercer is having on his shoulder right now is going to look pretty good on Big Country's shoulder.
Well, I'm not disputing that. But here's the thing about Cameron. Everything that we see, is it real or is it because he wants us to see it?
I don't think Cameron's that smart.
Well, you don't, but I don't trust any member of High Society as far as I can throw them. So, I mean, and that includes, unfortunately, Cody James.
With a little luck on Saturday, High Society will end, and I will say, good riddance.
But what if they don't? And what if I want you to picture this at the end of the night. Say Cody hits the big move on Miles, right? And then all High Society comes out to celebrate, and Cody doesn't reject them. That this has been the plan the whole time.
Well, that would be disappointing, to be sure.
It's not like they haven't pulled swerves before. So
if that happens, we'll deal with it at Destiny. But Collision Course is going to happen in Maryville this Saturday. Check it out. Come on out. It's going to be a hell of a show.
Very true. This Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, you should be there.
And then on Sunday, it's part 2 of our Memorial Day weekend wrestling celebration.
Is that what you're calling?
I'm calling it because that's what we're doing. We're celebrating wrestling this Memorial Day weekend. We got a double booking. IPW returns to Richmond Park. We've talked a little bit about it, obviously, with Money Cory McHenry. We talked about his scramble match. That's coming up. There we go. My opinion, Joey Dalton wins this going away. There is nothing good that D'Angelo Steele does. The Island of Pretty is a desert island. It's a small little island in the middle of nowhere. And he and LeBron James sit there and play chess.
Well, he is my son.
He's your son?
The
LIM are going to be disappointed to hear that. I don't think they want to be related to D'Angelo.
I pray to God
that makes him the uncle.
He can lose. I just want him to walk away in one piece.
Well, Joey Dalton, Mr. 100, has been doing big things, and I think this is going to be his coming out party.
Yeah, but Joey Dalton don't give a damn, and that's why I'm saying I want Steele to walk away in one piece.
Number 1 contender match for the Second City title.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a big one. Okay, Rian, you're quick with the photos. What do we got next to talk about?
Well, the
Poor Turtle.
the Rocket Pro Chicagoland champion, the amazing Turtle. It's sad that do we really still have to say all that shit?
All of it, every time.
I
Or
don't know
they
why.
will go off on you on the JFW podcast, which I have yet to listen to. And I should have listened to it today because I'm sure Travis just talked shit the whole time.
That explains why you haven't taken your glasses off, because they made sure that they understood when you were angry. So this actually negates something that they said on the JFW podcast, because whenever you have to make a point, you take off your sunglasses. But you haven't had to do that today. So to me, they're telling fibs. So based off of this podcast alone,
That's all they had to say.
Oh no, they had plenty to say, but you need to go listen to it so you don't end up fucking yourself. So you need to go ahead and
So in
listen
other words, keep the damn glasses on.
Blessed I was nice to Travis all of Saturday night too. You would think one time he would say some nice things.
Who knows?
Giving him too much credit.
But Turtle has to defend the title in a gauntlet match against Renee Van Peebles, Sean Danger,
C-Red's favorite opponent,
and TW3. Now, here's something funny.
Oh,
Here's the funny part. I miss whooping Turtle's ass in IPW. And I say that. Here's why I say that. Like, I literally, when I pulled up IPW on my phone, I don't know why, but all of my videos and promos came up, right? And most of them are me beating the shit out of Danger. And it brought back such warm memories and a smile on my face. And then I thought about 2 weeks ago cracking him in the head with a bottle.
the good times.
The good times, you know.
Well, Turtle is going to have to really step up because those are
I
very
don't
diverse
know.
people.
First of all, I already know about Renee. And I already know about Danger. TW3 is the original nephew.
He's formidable.
And he is a badass. I can see Rocket Pro having a new Chicagoland champion.
And it might happen.
And they wouldn't be pissed off, you know. But I don't know. I would miss that pop. I really would. Because I've never seen anybody get a fucking pop like Turtle.
It's amazing.
Like that shit, no, that shit wasn't amazing. That shit was like, remember old school Little Rascals?
Yeah.
So you understand, remarkable.
It's been a minute. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So we got this. Aaron Stone has to be in action. So what? Let's get the graphic up for that one.
Well, since you're talking about Aaron Stone, it is a IPW League Championship winner take all. Everything, the whole enchilada. Ain't nothing left on the table. All chips are in. Let's count them, baby. It will be league champion, or as we're so told, intern league champion Aaron Stone versus the league champion Flash Harris.
Who?
You know who it is, damn it. Versus the ingression tournament winner of Damian Gray. So it can go one or three ways, I see. And if I'm wrong, Rachel, Steve, tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Either Damian Gray can walk out with 2 belts and not have one. Flash can prove Stone was the fake and Damian couldn't carry his jockstrap. Or Stone can prove vice versa that Flash was the fake and Damian winning the tournament was for nothing. Am I right or am I wrong?
I got one thing to present when it comes to this.
I don't. Rachel, you understand that? I didn't
No.
get that.
No,
I
I
didn't.
That
don't.
would be
Oh.
the stamp of approval. That's
know,
the
you
stamp
know.
of approval from Aaron Stone. He
Oh,
actually gave
okay.
that to us when we were, wrestling at one time against the workhorses. He approved.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Aaron Stone beats those two within the inch of their life and walks out with all the marbles. It goes no other way. The thing I'm most excited about is the steel cage contract signing.
It's a lot of fucking goddamn contract signing.
I know it's contract signing weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Max Holiday,
Backwoods Brown.
contract signing for the big steel cage match down the road. That is going to be the most entertaining thing you see ever. I can't wait. Look at it.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem.
There's no problem.
There is a problem.
There's going to be
There is
whiskey.
a-
Going to be whiskey.
That's the problem. Understand. So unless this happens first, which I doubt,
This is the main event.
understand. Can you put Max Holiday and Backwoods Brown in a building that has liquor and expect them to come out the main event and be sober to sign some paper?
Oh no. They'll be in the bar drinking together before they
That's
get to their
the problem.
Oh, it's no problem.
Like,
I'm going to go back there and
they're
drink
going
with
to
them. I don't have to
stumble,
work the
trip
next day.
over the ropes. You trying to get them to sign shit. Whoever, is signing, making them sign shit. And then guess what? They drinking, Jack and Jaeger or whatever it is they drink nowadays. I don't know. I don't drink. So, But otherwise, I'm more interested in the actual cage. When this happens, this probably could be match of the fucking year and not just IPW, but this could be the match like all over. Like nobody can touch this shit.
I will commentate. I'll sit there on my Facebook Live in that steel cage match, and I will commentate the shit out of it. That is going to be the match to see. So this is IPW. It is this Sunday. Doors at 1. Show starts at 2.
Hey, we ain't done.
Oh,
It's the IPW Junior Weight Championship.
Oh man, I forgot about
On the
Kid
line.
Ladd. That's my fault. EJ Swanson and Kid Ladd. I thought we already did this one.
No.
It's well documented that I love Kid Ladd, and I'm still mad at EJ Swanson for what he did to Shogun. So I am hoping Ladd becomes the IPW Junior Heavyweight Championship. Now I know Rachel; these are like children to her. Take us home, Rachel.
What? My money's on Kid Ladd. Sorry, EJ.
Well, mine's on Kid Ladd also, but we also have to remember that Swanson is holding the fucking medallion also.
True. And I don't know. I guess didn't Swanson turn on Paragon a while back? No, he turned on
He turned on Shogun
Shogun with Paragon. So
with Paragon.
Look there. Hey,
Yeah.
look. We got Cash Money back in the dark.
So
I
he
can't
might
believe
be,
you're still here.
he might
I'm
have some
still-
tricks
no,
up
I
his
never
sleeve
went
that Kid
anywhere.
Ladd doesn't know about.
All right.
So
Corey,
But-
who do you like? Who do you like, Corey? Kid Lat or EJ Swanson? You know these guys.
You know, they're both like little bros to me. So, but you know, nobody wins in the family feuds. You know, nobody. This is good for nobody. But if I had to choose, Kid Lad is on the hot streak right now. He is doing his thing right now. But like, see, Red said he still got that medallion. EJ do. So this is honestly, you go either way. But I'm leaning more towards Kid Lad. He got the momentum. He got the people behind him right now. EJ is public enemy number one
He
at
definitely
IPW.
is.
So
Yeah,
Oh boy, that is going to be.
and Steve, you're not getting off the hook.
No,
You're
and
not.
we got more.
No,
We got
yeah,
next week.
right, yeah,
Yeah, right.
There's another match on the card.
Right. One more match.
We're
It
talking
might
about
be
next
the
week's
main event.
guest.
It might be the main event.
It's not a main event.
As the IPW Alternative Championship will be defended. Russell, no time, because he loves sucky players, versus our defending and reigning undisputed co-host of the Power Hour, Steve Arnett.
Oh, for God's sake.
I told you until I get my property.
I'm going to get you your property. Trust me on that one. All right. So this match is happening. The IPW.
So no. You don't get to talk. I get to talk. Rachel gets to talk. You don't get to talk.
All right.
So Steve, how are you feeling about this championship match this coming Sunday? Do you think you can successfully rip away the alternative championship and become two-belt Steve Arnett?
Stevie
Yes,
two-belt.
Stevie two-belt. There we go. He can even start. He can get shirts, Rachel. Stevie two-belt.
Yep.
Merch.
You're welcome, Steve.
Merch. And we want to cut.
Yep.
Look, you know what? I said it today and I meant it. I'm playing with house money at this point. I ain't got nothing to lose. Russell, in one world, I respect and love this kid as much as anyone in this business. But he and I have issues. You know, at Rocket Pro, I kind of took that shuffle and made it my own. So I'm tired of this kid making songs about my dance. I was around when the Cabbage Patch got created. So it's as much mine as it is his. So if I got to fight him to get control over this dance, I will. An IPW Alternative Championship opportunity. Never expected to get a championship opportunity anywhere. I mean, this is just Joey Roth's belt. This was just icing on the cake for whipping his candy ass all over Joliet. So this is not a title belt, but it's me humiliating Joey Roth. This is a belt he made. He didn't win this. He made this. I could go make a Steve Aaron belt and it wouldn't mean shit. This belt means something now because I broke his ass to get it. So what it is the return of power to Rocket Pro. So that's what this means. The point is this. Russell is less than half my age. So if Russell walks in to Richmond Park on Saturday and doesn't put this old man down,
Sunday.
what does that say about Russell? Sunday. Sorry. I'm old.
Lord. His dementia is kicking in.
Right. It is a little bit. So if I come in to Richmond Park Saturday and I beat Russell all time, what does that say about Russell all time that he can't beat an old man? Russell has to win.
So just
Rachel.
lay down and let him pin you.
If I lose, it's to be expected.
So just lay
Rachel.
down and let him pin you.
But if I win, well, that's a whole other story, isn't it, Russell? So, you know, bring your shuffle, bring your friends, bring your family, bring LeBron, bring Aaron Rodgers, bring them all.
Because ain't neither one of them doing shit Sunday.
I'm literally Russell's mother, Steve. Do you really want him to bring me?
Well, actually, no, I do not want him to bring you. That's fair. The point is, if I lose, does anybody really surprised? But if I win, well, now that's a Memorial Day weekend we can sink our teeth into, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. That's all it
So
takes.
Rachel,
Yeah.
you being torn, here you
She's
have,
not torn. She loves Russell.
your begotten son, Russell, versus your partner, your co-host, your commentator, your brunch buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you pick?
Who do I pick?
It's okay.
I
know.
Well, naturally you would think that I would choose Russell and but I'm concerned about the sway that Motivation Mike has over him, and maybe he needs to lose to wake up.
That's true, Steve. You're going into this probably at a disadvantage.
I always go in at a disadvantage, though.
Yeah, but you didn't see me anywhere on the card.
You know what, Fred? I'm sure you'll be somewhere on that card doing something.
What? Nothing. I'll probably be at the bar drinking between backwoods and
Why
match.
don't you come out with me and even the odds for me? Let me be ARC honorary for a day.
I'm not with the ARC.
We'll come out and dance. We'll do that thing.
You can come out with them. I'm not. But I personally, Steve, I would love to see you hold a championship at IPW.
So because you're that one, the only one.
Here's why. Because I want you to understand, heavy is the crown that wears it. You don't understand that until you have to do it.
Well, look, I'm not real hard to find. I will accept any challenge anytime it comes down the pike. It didn't take me long to say yes to this match, and I know going in that this doesn't fare well for me, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it, and we are going to rock the timbers of the house in Richmond Park. Cash Money, I'm going to win this match, right?
Actually, I'm picking you. You're my pick for this match.
Oh, come on.
See? Don't stop believing.
I'm betting money on it.
Don't bet that money. Don't bet that. Come on, man. Come on.
Against Russell, you got this. Come on now. Russell, no time. Come on now.
Oh boy.
See, we believe in you.
All right.
Just distract Russell with a conversation about LeBron and Jordan.
This is probably the pre-show.
Dude, Rachel just gave you your strategy, dude.
Yeah.
All you gotta do,
get him into a debate,
is bring up LeBron, and he's gonna be so flabbergasted and embarrassed. Dude, I tell you what I'm gonna do. As soon as we get off tonight, I'm gonna go on Amazon, and I am going to find a Denver Nuggets Western Conference 2023 champion banner. And when all hope is lost, Corey, at this point, you stay in the back because you don't need to see this part. When all hope and it looks like Russell is about to defeat you, pull out that banner. He is going to be so emotionally distraught. All you got to do is roll him up. 1, 2, 3. And I guarantee you this will happen. I bet my money that he's so distraught. The fans have went home. We're cleaning up. Chairs are being put away. And Russell is still in the ring on his back, crying like a little baby because LeBron didn't do it.
Listen,
That's
Russell.
your
Russell is a professional wrestler. I am a professional entertainer. It's a foregone
difference?
but I'm not gonna not show up. I'll be there. So we'll say it's probably the pre-show match. This is the match we're gonna have before the belt, before we open the doors. So I'm happy to be the pre-show, following the footsteps of the King.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
Do I need to hype this matchup like I did the Rocket Pro Kicks on 66?
Absolutely not. I'm playing house money.
Do I need to get people excited the same way I got people? Lord, I'm telling you that match.
Do it.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
Do it. Like, do it. Steve, this is the match. Do it.
Breon, you got 3 of us on this call that saying, do it. Do it. Do it. Hype up this match. Hype it up the only way you can. For this Sunday, May 28th, 2023, the IPW Alternative Championship is on the line. Breon, drop some knowledge.
Mr. Aaron, you still there, sir?
I'm still right here.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you understand that people are rooting for you, Mr. Aaron. Because I understand that you'd like to downplay your main event status. And I completely understand that you feel like you're 107 years old, which you are.
108.
I get it. But you have to understand that you are wrestling a child. So you can kick him in the face and it'll be totally fine. I know Russell will come at me and I don't care because I'll pull down his underwear. Because that's something that you can say nowadays and it's totally fine until it's not. The reason why I'm saying all this random stuff is because there's nothing that could take place in this match that has not either already happened or has never happened, because it is an anomaly. It is one of the greatest and not greatest things that could ever take place. And it is only because of how you feel. So I'm going to ask you this one question, sir. Are you excited about this match? And if you give me I'm not excited, that's how I'm going to handle this whole thing. So this falls on you, sir. Are you excited about this?
I'll tell you what. I'll answer it like this. I get an opportunity to wrestle for a real title, a real belt, in a promotion that I love, in front of fans that I adore, against a kid that entertains me a lot. Am I excited for this match? I am fucking giddy about this match. I might lose badly, and that's okay, but I will be there with bells on Sunday, and I will be the most excited person in the place because I have an opportunity to fight for a championship match. Never in my life, wildest dreams that I think I would get here, but here I am.
Then what I'm going to need you to do is take the glasses off and show how excited you are.
Can't take the glasses off.
Good answer,
I'm
Steve.
not saying Mother May I would
That's
trap.
someone being focused, Steve. That is someone being focused. It's fine. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it, Steve. You need to get excited. You need to prepare because all time means something. All time's the one that beat Ewok. He's the one that beat Ewok.
I know.
And Ewok was champion for like 1,000 days or some shit.
1,000 days.
Look.
That's another motivation to win because I want to defend the honor of one of my favorites.
And then you got Motivational Mike. He's just hanging out there. Motivation Mike just hanging out there. You got 2-on-1, Steve. You've dealt with these odds before, Steve. You can handle this. You are main event, Steve. This is something you've felt the workhorses by yourself. You've done this. It's okay. And they're the trios champions. Sir, you have it. It's okay. You need to be as strong as possible. You need to be the strongest version of yourself that you have ever been. You may have to be the Hulk. You may have to, I don't know what superhero you're going to put on your body next. I don't know. I just know that you need to prepare for the greatest match of your life. And I don't know if you're ready for that type of responsibility, but you better get ready, Steve, because this is me being as real as possible. What's my favorite saying, Steve?
There's always a catch.
Always. Have fun with that match, sir. Have fun with that match. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. I don't know why you're not excited. I sure as hell am, Steve. I'm more excited about that match than I am about the Cory McHenry match, 4-quarter scramble match that I'm gonna be in, and I'm going to enjoy beating the shit out of that man because he don't care. He too was playing with house money. It's totally okay. It's going to be awesome, Steve.
Shameless plug. But are you more excited for this than you are for the CKO minor league bout on June 3rd?
Oh, I'm more excited about that than anything. I've been waiting for that. I have to get tickets. That
right.
And I tried to buy a shirt, they didn't have it. They sold out. They sold
I know.
out.
I gotta talk to Ash about getting your size. So
I was so pissed off. They were so.
I don't blame you. Those shirts are pretty sweet. All right, so now y'all know CKO minor league June 3rd, Homewood Auditorium, 5 o'clock.
You need to be there.
Come see my daughter continue my legacy.
Yes.
And what is her work name now? It's
Lunella.
Lunella. That's right. So go to see Lunella. The next generation of roller derby happens June 3rd. We're all very excited about it.
I'm not done with you, Steve, but I'm gonna let this slide. I'm not done with you. Just know that it's coming. You got a whole another couple days of this. Just know it.
I understand. I appreciate that. Want to thank Cash Money Cory McHenry for being a guest that stayed the whole time tonight. We love you, brother. We love your story. Stay away from the knives, bro.
No, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for the kind words, Steve, C-Red. Rihanna, I'll see you Sunday. Rachel, love you. Mimosas. Yeah.
Love you, mimosas.
Next week on this show, as if by fate itself, our guest will be none other than Motivation Mike. Isn't that convenient? So depending on how that goes, I might have some words. I might have some words. Rachel, any final thoughts?
No, I really got to pee though.
There. Hey, look, there's your graphic. Rianne got it up here right as well.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Come see Lunala. She's going to be on the Uproar, so wear blue. She's very excited. I'm very excited. I'm going to do my best not to embarrass the ever-loving shit out of her. No promises, though. I'm excited. You should be there.
Amazing. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to try to bring a crew of people to this.
Yeah.
Support the kids. Red, any final thoughts?
Speaking of which, I guess I ain't fucking booked none this weekend. Shit. Maybe I play Nintendo Switch.
All right.
Send me your Switch code.
Oh, here we go. It's the damn video games. All right. For the urban sensation, C-Red, I'm Steve, the lovely Rachel, the incomparable Rian, and the amazing Cash Money, Cory McHenry. We'll see you next time on the Power Hour. Don't miss the shows this weekend. We're out. We'll see you. Bye-bye.